Hi, I'm David Howes and welcome to investorsearch.com and tutorial number 2. This tutorial is on the data and resources that are available within each listing result at the Investor Search real estate search engine. We're going to find that. We're going to visit investorsearch.com, go check out the search engine and go show you all the listing information that's available with the property listing, how to use that information, how to use it to analyze real estate, and how to make sure the results that you're looking at make sense and are easily understood. So come along. Okay, so here we are, folks, inside Investor Search, looking at a typical property listing. You'll see here this is a property for sale. You'll see across the top of the screen there it's Southport in Queensland, Australia. It's on the market for $448,000, 92.1% of the median. Over here on the right hand side underneath the suburb statistics you'll see specific live data on Southport, what the 1 year growth has been over the past 12 months, the median rental right now for a 3-bedroom house in this case in Southport, the median rental yield, and the median listing price of 3-bedroom houses. So this data here is based on what's on the market for sale right now, what's on the market for rent right now, and what the asking yields are within that particular suburb right now. At the top right hand corner of your screen here you'll see this property's been listed on the market since the 28th of February. The listing date is captured with all of our listings that we download out of all of the major real estate sites. This allows you to sort and arrange the listings from oldest to newest. If we were to click on the Google Maps link, we'll see here that we can jump straight into the location of the property. On your screen on the left hand side we can have a look at the mapping location and the zoom in and zoom out on that, and then of course courtesy of Google Street View we can see on the right hand side a street level imagery of the property and of its neighbouring area, the quality of the street location, the quality of the neighbours, whether there's industrial areas, whether it's a main highway, that kind of stuff. So very easy to check out the property and literally go for a walk down the street if we want without having to get in the car and go for a drive. So it really leverages our time, makes it easy to check out the location, the neighbourhood, that kind of stuff. So what we could do now if we wanted to is we could go straight into where the property is listed for sale. It's for sale in realestate.com.au in this situation. I've got the screen already open here. You can see here's a property here. Here it's listed for sale in realestate.com. There's the photos. We can check out the photos, the agent's details, that kind of stuff on the property. One of the other resources we've got in Real Estate Investor, of course, is automatically a link to Southport on Wikipedia. Wikipedia, of course, being the world's largest online encyclopedia. Straight into Wikipedia, and then we have a profile of Southport in Queensland, Australia. So if you're an investor that's looking to invest outside of your state or outside of the locations that you know, you can go straight into Wikipedia, and Investor Search automatically takes you to the suburb profile in the online encyclopedia with a whole lot of other links and references that are helpful as well. One of the other things you can do with Investor Search is go straight into the council that this particular property resides in. In this case, it's the Gold Coast City Council, and that's helpful if we're looking to do some development, if we're looking at council planning information, zoning information, or if we want further information on the local business, local economy, and local demographics of the area. Some of the other useful links that are helpful are links straight away to sold houses and houses for rent right now within this particular suburb. So our first link takes us straight into realestate.com.au into the Southport area and automatically takes us to properties that have sold recently, allowing us to start to do some due diligence on asking prices, sale prices, and whether the property that we're looking at is fair value based on what the agent or the vendor has it advertised for. In addition to that, there's a number of links to live rents. So although we've got the median rent for a 3-bedroom house right now in Southport at $410 a week, we can go straight into Southport rental properties and look at the asking rents right now, and again do a quick comparison of our property that we're looking at against the asking price of live properties for rent online right now. So Investor Search is quite helpful in that way in terms of extra links to extra resources, extra information, market stats, and so on and so forth. In addition to that, you'll see there across the bottom of your screen a very good profile of the entire suburb in terms of how many properties are for sale right now. You'll see that's 1,751 properties, the number of houses, units, townhouses, etc. You can also see at the bottom there how many properties are for rent, and so we can also see at the bottom there under rental listings how many properties are for rent right now. We can see in the center of our screen the range in asking price, so from 285,000 to 3.3 million gives us an idea when we're looking at this particular property which part of the market it sits within. And at $448,000 we can see it sits bang in the middle of that biggest cluster of properties to sell, some 57 properties between that $400,000 and $500,000 mark. We can jump straight into those properties if we want and look at properties by price group. We can also take a look on the right hand side what's happened with the capital growth of Southport over the last 5 years. You'll see it's grown at a pretty steady rate, anywhere between 1 and just under 12% on an annual basis. And we can also see the population of the postcode that Southport sits within, and in this example the population is almost 40,000 people, and interestingly made up of almost 50% rental population, and about a quarter of the owners own their property outright, about a quarter own them with mortgages over them. So that's sort of some helpful data to give us a bit of a profile of the area, the makeup of home ownership versus home renters. And then you'll see in the right hand column here house rentals. Again, we can see the rental range for the suburb, which gives us a pretty nice profile as to what the spread of rents is, as well as again this particular property where that's likely to sit within that group of rents. That's helpful information if we want to make sure we're not buying property where the asking rent or the advertised rent or the forecast rent is at the top of the band. We want to make sure we've got some upside there, and that when we do our numbers we're conservative based on the type of rents we expect. That's a bit of a snapshot of the information that's available with a listing in Investor Search. Up on the right hand side you'll also see some details there around bedrooms, bathrooms, garages, the land size, of course the state and postcode, and interestingly our suburb statistics are always narrowed down to dwelling type level, so we split the statistics into houses, townhouses and units, and we also publish the data right down at a bedroom level. So that's a very unique feature with Investor Search. It's very rare that you get median sale, median listing price data and median rent data right down at both a suburb level but also a dwelling type level and a bedroom level. So that's some information, some data on the type of resources that are contained within an Investor Search listing. If you're a member, make sure that you take advantage of Investor Search and use it to its fullest capacity. If you're excited about finding out more about Investor Search, this revolutionary new technology that's changing the way New Zealand and Australian investors find property, why don't you come and join us at investorsearch.com for one of our free 1-hour webinars where we show you all of the strategies, all of the tools, all of the ways you can use Investor Search to find real estate for sale all over New Zealand, all over Australia. So come along, book now. We run them every couple of weeks. Go to investorsearch.com, register now for a great webinar, and we'll share the tips, the tools and the strategies with you.